Okay. Alright, well, I summoned him.
Okay, good luck.
Good luck. What is the weirdest or funniest thing that has happened during development? Hello everybody, Vigo Shadow here, and welcome to Indie Saturdays, where every Saturday I'm playing an indie game. This week's indie game for the big 60th is going to be Blightfall. Now you see it right here. There's actually a lot of stuff that this game has got going for it. At least like when you see this image, like, I mean, look how much stuff is on the screen for the HUD. Now this is a fast-paced first-person shooter horde for 1 to 4 players. Now I have never done like an indie game where there's like online co-op or multiplayer yet. We have not came across that for Indie Saturdays. But this Indie Saturday, we're going to be able to not only play multiplayer, but we're going to be playing with an indie dev. Yeah, for the first time ever, I'm playing alongside the dev in something that they have made. So stick around for not only like the questions, the little bit of an interview that I give this dev, but also playing with them as well. So we're gonna hop right into the game, kind of like learn the controls, a little bit of the basics, and then we're gonna hop right into the co-op. So yeah, I'll see you there. All right, we are in the game Blightfall. I'm ready to play this one. So you can actually start solo and then we can play online. So I'm going to do a little bit of the solo at first, but we are actually able to get in touch with the dev on this one to where we can play alongside him. So I'm going to see how well that works and how a multiplayer feature works in an indie game. And I don't think I've ever done that for Indie Saturdays, let alone play with the dev as well. So we're gonna go ahead and start solo and see how this is. Get a little practice in before I get stunted on here. All right, so first time booting into Blightfall here. So I was just in this little tutorial area, and the first thing I noticed was the movement in the game. So I decided to dash around and started like bunny hopping. The movement is absolutely insane. I can see where it can get really addictive with just being able to move around the map this quickly and being able to just slide and jump and dash and have those mechanics. It would make for really fun gameplay. And the next thing I noticed was the stats. I mean, there is an immense amount of work when it comes to like the overall stats. I mean, there is so many different categories and numbers to look at. It makes it really fun for replayability for sure. The next thing is this merchant here. So I can go up to him and there's actually quite a few things you could test out in the game. So there's like Vanguard, there's Breach, and there's Hex, all different builds to start out with, all different classes. So I decided to use the Vanguard here. This is like your typical assault rifle, so you have like a little bit of fire. You can test it out on the merchant as well, so I got to learn that. So you can shoot the merchant to see how much damage it does, and it does equate for headshot damage as well. So yeah, just your standard assault rifle class. Then you can move to Breach, which is a shotgun class, so it's exactly what you kind of expect. Each one you can aim down like the reticle or the scope, and you can see the damage that it does on the merchant here. So both the Breach class and the Vanguard class have like headshot damage, but this next one here, which is the Hex class, it does not have any headshot damage at all. But it's a wand. It's a wand, and it does, I think, maybe a little bit of AoE, or it would be nice if it had AoE. But yeah, you could definitely use this class. And it's a very unique class. You don't really see this class in a lot of games, so it's kind of funny that they have something like you can like a wand, and you could just like shoot kind of like little magic missiles at enemies. I really like that. That's a very unique concept. And then the last thing here is that they actually give you some abilities to test out. So right off the bat, you get 2, which is the Fireball and Valhog's Wrath, and one's an ultimate and one's a regular. So, and then they even have like the others, like the Bubble Shield and the Golden Clap. So they're like stuff to look forward to for extra abilities. So I decided to test out these abilities here, so I threw a fireball, and then I threw the ultimate at the merchant here, so we're able to do that. And then we go to the chests. Now this is a big part of the game here, so
I decided to open it in the tutorial. I'm glad they give you a lot of stuff to do in the tutorial here. And then these chests are all randomized, so you get these items that you could pick up along the way. And you'll find more items the more you play. So you get your basic like lodestone in the beginning, and then they have 3 different types of pickups here in the tutorial that you can spend your essence on. And these ones usually always have like something really good with them. So you can at least have something good to start out with, which I really do like how they have that feature. And then there's like these little bottles you could pick up that have essence in them as well. The next thing is like a little bit of the gameplay, so you can challenge different mushrooms here. So this is just kind of like me shooting around. And then they have a bunch of different like side quests. So not only do you get like the main quests that you're running through, and granted this is an infinite game, so you can just keep running through this trial as much as you want, but they have these optional missions that are along the way, which I find actually pretty interesting because it keeps the replayability going, and it gives you a reward if you decide to like slay these different enemies, or do this or do that. I like the fact that there's optional missions that randomize as well. And then yeah, this is pretty much what I picked up, the basics of the game here. We're going to be getting into more of the game showcase, but that's going to be with the dev. So let's get right into that next. All right, we are here now with the game dev of Blightfall. So he's here with me. We're in a Discord call. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going? Excited to show you the game.
Yeah, I can't believe we're actually doing this for like a Indie Saturdays episode. I've never thought like I'd be playing an indie game alongside a dev, so this is actually really surreal.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting to, have people wanting to cover it. You work on it for so long, so it's cool to have someone playing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know what you chose for yours.
I'm a sucker for the Vanguard. I love the Vanguard, but it's not the best gun. It might be the worst gun, but I just love using it.
Yeah, because I know my first playthrough I played Breach, but I felt like I was reloading a lot. So you're definitely gonna.
Have you tried Hex?
Hex? I'll try it this playthrough. I want to see how that works, because you can actually test it out here. What do I have, like a Harry Potter's wand? Harry Potter.
Yeah, yeah,
cool,
yeah. You can try it. The goblin is like a dummy, so you can try things on him. The one downside of the hex is that you can't headshot with the hex because it's an explosive weapon.
Well, it has a little bit of the AOE,
so it'll
though,
still
right?
hit for crits.
Okay. I think that's pretty unique. I haven't seen a class like this. So like your typical classes, like you always see like a shotgun class or like an assault rifle, or like a pistol. This is completely unique, so I want to go with this one.
Yeah, I really wanted to make a weapon that's a little bit less like aim heavy, so something with like explosion range, Okay. Because the Vanguard's like super aimy.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Oh yeah, so I might as well just showcase it, because we already showcased Breach in our first one, so I'll show you guys Vanguard here. So we're gonna go ahead, we can actually aim down the reticle here, and then we can just shoot, so just like your standard assault rifle. So that's pretty cool, but I'm definitely gonna stick with the Hex build, because I find
the reload on the Hex is super fun.
Let's see here, we'll look up our abilities. Oh yeah, you just like twirl or like throw it up in the air and catch it. That's awesome.
Yeah, the reason you might have been getting a lot of lodestones when you played before is you don't have like a lot of items unlocked. So as you get more, you'll see more items. But these 3 that you can choose from here actually pool from the entire item pool. So you can get items that are locked right here.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So the more you play, the more stuff you'll unlock?
Yeah, there's a big unlocks page. Yeah. There's like quests for each item to unlock it, and then your pool gets larger.
Oh, well, that's already one of the elements of like the game I was gonna like kind of nail down, like how much replayability is. I always look for like replayability in like an indie game, and if that's the case, if you have achievements and stuff to unlock, that's already like you're doing well then at that point. We're gonna go ahead and hit the teleporter right off the bat, so we're gonna just load into that. But yeah, I was looking at that scoreboard too, so Do you have like a deadline? Like will you have text saying, "Oh, this will refresh at blank" or whatever?
There's a countdown on the board at the top. You'll see it.
Oh, on the main menu.
Yeah. It's on the main menu. You'll see it. There's like a real-time countdown happening there. So I recommend getting as many chests as you can in the beginning. So there's 2 here, and I know where they all are because I placed them.
Oh, okay, yeah. You'll show me all the secrets, right?
Yeah, and then the other thing I don't know if you're doing is hitting these challenge shrines.
Challenge? Oh wait, wait.
Yeah, so these glowing mushrooms over here.
Oh!
Walk up to that guy and press E on it.
Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. Okay. I seen it in the beginning and I tried to attack it right away, but... Okay, and then you get quite a bit of essence. Wow, yeah, I'm already at 1,000.
Yeah, big essence drop. And
so
then there's more chests here.
Here, I'm gonna reveal this one. I didn't have enough at the beginning, so... Alright, more lodestone.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the more you play it, the more stuff you can unlock. So I can only imagine the potential crazy builds that you've probably already seen.
Yeah, there's some really good like vampiric items and stuff you can get. And also the chests roll like in real time, so as you unlock stuff, here you can grab that. That's a dragon flower. It's super good.
Oh, it says item locked.
Oh, you can't get it. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but as you unlock stuff, like while you're playing, your chests will start rolling items from the pool. Like the pool is real time.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go for the upgrades here. We got some more armor, so I'm gonna go. I do like that. There's is there something past rare for like the upgrades?
Yeah, there's wild cards. And wild cards
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, all the wild cards have a special perk on it. So like, you know, they might have lifesteal or they might have pierce on them. They have like pretty cool stats.
Ah, okay. So I just got venomous boots pop up for me. Is that like that was the random thing that you were talking about?
I think we got that because we cleared the Grave Weaver wave. That was the quest reward. The
I see.
Quest. Yeah.
And then, so that would be unlocked for like chest pulls, then, right? Is that how you how that works?
The quest pool I think is from the full bank. I believe it rolls from the full bank. I have to look at the code again, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from our collective like full set. Because you'll start falling behind the game. Like what you want to do is try to clear the level as fast as possible.
Oh, because it'll just keep spawning like more tougher enemies.
It gets harder and harder the more time passes. Yeah, so like you really want to clear as fast as you can.
That's actually awesome. I like that a lot because it encourages speed running, and this is already a fast-paced game as is.
Yeah.
So that's perfect.
Yeah,
actually.
It's all about like finding that ideal path and like hitting the chests in the right pattern.
Yeah, that already gives the game a lot of like a replayability factor, so that people can like master it, know what they're going for, and yeah, essentially like what you were saying, finding the right pathing and everything else. Oh shit! Yeah, the hex build is definitely like interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit tiring because it has a pretty high fire rate. You might need to make it fully auto.
I know, I've said it before, I really like how the ultimates feel, for sure. So I actually can't wait to see like the other abilities that you were going to be adding in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to do a bunch more abilities for launch. I want people to be able to like play support roles and stuff.
Oh, that'd be amazing. So like, are you gonna have like a class system then, or?
I think it's gonna be like one dude, and then at the shop you can just kind of build however you want, instead of doing like characters.
Okay.
But I'm thinking like, yeah, some kind of like healing ability you can pick up. It'll basically like replace your fireball and your Vahag's Wrath.
Gotcha.
If you go up on this ledge, there's like 3 chests.
Which ledge?
over here. Up here. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so there's this one.
Alright, we'll go ahead and pick up Final Verdict. Oh, that sounds really good. Bonus damage when you're below 25% health. Okay, so there's some risk involved in that one.
Yeah, and then there's this one over here. Tucked away there. Whoa, you just moved so fast.
Yeah. That's what I like about the movement in this game is like incredibly fast, and that's exactly what you want for like a fast pace. I know some indie games that I've played, like it just like seems like a very slow crawl.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody will love it, but I love it.
Yeah, I prefer this. I would prefer this.
There's
I went
one more secret one back here.
Okay. So you do have one like some intentional secret chests.
Yeah, a lot of them are tucked on like the rim of the map.
Okay. So any Easter eggs? That's my next question actually. Since we actually have you here.
You know, part of the game when it's out. I don't know if I have any secrets.
Okay. I always enjoy finding stuff like that in like games in general when they have like some sort of secret Easter egg in there.
Yeah,
Or area.
I'd love to add that. Honestly, the game right now is like, to be honest, I feel like it you know, it's really the mechanics are really nice, but I'm getting to the point where I'm going to start working on adding like a lot more content.
Yeah.
Go quick to the other shrine before we die.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I kind of got lost in just kind of going around killing stuff.
Yeah, so for the boss, I recommend not getting too close.
Okay, so definitely keep your distance.
Yeah, he's a tanky boy. He'll chase you down.
Okay.
And
right.
what's tricky is he does like fire damage, and you only get your healing when you don't take damage for 2 seconds. So once he catches you on fire, you don't have your base healing until you're not on fire anymore.
Okay. Alright, well I summoned him.
Okay, good luck.
Good luck. Oh my god, it's such a threat. It's such a threat. It's crazy. That was fun though. That was fun. Yeah, we do gotta clear it. So I'll be skipping to like this boss fight again, but I think what we'll try to do is we'll just speed run everything just so we can get to the boss right away.
Okay, yeah, we can do the Vanguard this time to showcase it as well.
Okay, the Vanguard as well. Okay. What is it? I like how you can view them too in there. I didn't even notice that at first. You can highlight. Yeah,
you can see your friends' kills as well. So that number on the right is the kill count.
Wait, where?
You have 42.
Oh yeah, no, that's
right.
I could see your entire build. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool though. I love that. Oh, that honestly, that is the funnest part. Is just zooming through here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I think I'm ready to conquer this now.
Okay. Let's try it. It's gonna be rough. Okay. I'm gonna hit it.
All right, go for it.
All right. Hit him with the ult. Headshotting him. No.
Oh shit. Oh my god. He really likes me, I see.
Oh, he is aggroing you. Oh, okay. You need to heal. You need to heal.
I'm trying. Oh shit. Okay. Alright, I think I can fire from afar. Oh, I seen his fireball ability that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we got this. Try to give it as much headshots as possible.
No, I'm gonna die. I died. No.
Oh shit.
You got this. You got this.
Oh my god.
Oh, you got him.
Oh my god. Alright, do I just exit then?
Yeah, you can grab the chest too. Like up there on the lip, there's a chest.
Like right up here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
I didn't even know you could jump up that way.
Alright.
Oh, I guess you have the double jump. Oh, you got the halo? Halo's
That's
sick.
Oh, that looks pretty cool actually. Alright, let's see here. And then is that it? Did we go back to the main lobby?
So in the demo, it just loops the first stage.
Oh, you keep your upgrades?
Oh yeah, no, it's an infinite game. It just goes forever.
Oh, that's even better. That's even better. I thought the run would just end and it's just new run.
No, it goes forever.
That's even better.
So in the real game, when I release it, there'll probably be like 3 to 5 stages, and I'll keep adding more. In the demo, it just loops the first stage. But
okay.
Obviously, it's like way harder. Like each loop you do is harder.
Yeah. Okay. So is there a level cap? Because I'm level 19 right now, so.
I think it's there's a cap per stat. And I think it's 25 right now, so you can technically get to like, I don't know, level like 300 or something really high.
Okay. Wow, yeah, there's a lot of potential. Okay. I see.
Let's see. What's good here? Ooh. Oh, I don't have enough money for any of these. No.
Oh, yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah.
I can get that.
Yeah, so there's like inflation, and then it spikes when you go to like the next stage, so that's why you want to get all the chests on the level that you're currently on.
Okay, making sure you hit all of them. I see now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You want to kind of like loot the place dry before you rotate.
Yeah. I'm probably going to get the plague thing. That sounds pretty cool. All right. let's see here. So I'm going to wrap this up here. Honestly, playing this game, Blightfall, has been incredibly fun, especially playing alongside the dev here. I'm going to go ahead and get into my ranking, and then we'll close it out. Alright, that was the game Blightfall. Now, before I get into my overall discussion about the rating of this game, I'm going to go ahead and bring up my rating scale. This is definitely new and improved from my last rating scale. But yeah, anyway, I think I'll give this game a rating of...
stellar.
Well, I gave this game a high rating because for me personally, I played a couple FPSs when it came to like indie games. And honestly, I feel like there was just so much thought into the specific mechanics and the abilities and what you were able to do. So, to break down just a couple of the mechanics, honestly, the movement is like the biggest one. Being able to dash and jump at the right time and like keeping that momentum is like really rewarding and satisfying. You kind of fly across the map. But for me personally, I think that it's in a good way. So it like kind of like encourages speed running, and you do want to get through these levels pretty fast, but collect all the chests. So honestly, it kind of gives a very rewarding experience to people who like to speed run levels and stuff. I can't wait to see how much more this game will have to offer. Another mechanic was being able to have headshot damage. Now, some indie FPSs don't even equate for headshot damage as well, so it's really nice that this one does have that. And then like being able to have different like stat boosters, like I can't believe how much thought was put into the specific stats and the items and the unlocks, different like multipliers and stuff that you can pick up along the way to make yourself just feel so powerful. Like there's just so many things on that stat list that when I pulled it up, it was just a long list of stuff that you can see, and you can see like your build, a friend's build. The fact that this game is even multiplayer up to 4 players is insane for an indie FPS. I feel like this game could even go past SS and even transcend into the SSS tier for me personally. Like this game does have that potential, all done by one person. That's insane. The only thing else I wanted to touch up on was the execution mechanic. I really enjoyed that, being able to just chain executions and fly up in the air and kill your enemies like that. It just felt so powerful. That's what you want with an FPS. Like the kills are rewarding, the abilities are rewarding, the shooting is rewarding, and honestly it felt pretty smooth. So any lag that you guys seen in the video whatsoever was probably due to my recording software. The whole thing from beginning to end was just smooth for me, even with the co-op as well. So honestly, I had a really fun time with the Blightfall game. Next, we're gonna move on to the actual interview with the dev. So stay tuned, and I'll see you there.
All right, here we are in the interview section with the game dev. So right off the bat, is this the game dev of Blightfall that I am talking to?
Yes, it is the solo game dev.
Yeah, so this is my second Indie Saturday interview. So we actually have a solo dev. Last time there was a little bit of a team behind it, but this game was entirely done by him. So let's go ahead and get into our first question here. And that's gonna be, well, like what did you decide what made you decide, yep, I'm gonna make this game Blightfall? Like what's
Yeah,
the origin?
I think at the time there was kind of it felt like a lull in the gaming industry of like not knowing what FPS game to play. And I think I was waiting for Marathon to come out at the time, and I was pretty burnt out of playing games like Apex Legends. And then I think like maybe Megabonk had just launched, and I played a lot of Risk of Rain, and then I played a lot of Megabonk, and I was like, man, I wish I could play these games in first person. I wish I could play an FPS like a shooter with these games. And I also I like playing games like Kovacs and doing aim training. And so I thought, what if there was a game that was like PvE, but FPS and kind of aimy. And there's a few out there, but I thought, maybe I can make something unique.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Based on what we played, it's got a lot of features that are unique to an FPS, especially like something that's like high action and fast paced. You know, you see
Yeah,
like such a large market of like FPSs and indie games too, but there's only like quite a few that'll be able to stand out, and this one definitely stood out to me. We're
yeah.
gonna move on to our second question here, which is what is something about your game that you really want players to notice?
I think probably the movement. I think the massive amount of air control and strafe speed that you have in this game is pretty unique. And I think I don't see that much air control in most games, and it might be polarizing, but I think it's something that, people will definitely notice. And then what you're able to do with that, I sort of saw you as we were playing start to understand like just how far you can push the movement system.
Mhm.
And so I think, yeah, I'd love to see people chaining executes and getting iframes off of their dashes and bunny hopping to gain speed. There's a bunch of like hidden mechanics where if you jump the second you touch the ground, you maintain your full speed as if you had done a slide jump. And there's a lot of mechanics like that in the game that you kind of have to feel.
Yeah, it's definitely like I definitely felt it for sure, like just keeping that momentum. And when you have features like that and a lot of potential for big movement and like fast movement in a game, it makes it kind of evolves like the genre of going from just like a just your standard FPS to like something that's going to be really fun to speed run. Like I do like a lot of like games that you can bank off that speed or like use certain mechanics to get through a game faster. Um, and the movement is just very unique to where this would be probably one of the my favorite games to speed run as an indie game for sure.
Awesome.
Um,
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, for sure. I think also just the ability to kind of spec into movement and go for a build like that. I saw you opting for that, and that's super cool to see how people kind of pick a dimension of the game and dive into it.
Yeah, for sure. There's so much potential, so many stats, so much abilities that you can do to like create like I don't, kind of like an infinite amount of like different variations of builds. Not an infinite number, but you know, a large amount of different builds you can go for. But yeah.
Yeah, it's challenging too to maintain like build identity. That's definitely been something hard that maybe we'll get into later. But if you have too many items that aren't unique, then you end up kind of getting a mush of stats, and you want people to feel like they can spec into specific attributes. And that's a lot of what kind of brought the XP system so that you could decide exactly what kind of cards you're going for, whereas the items are random.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I do like that as well. We're gonna move on to our third question here. What is the weirdest or funniest thing that has happened during development?
I think probably some of the bugs around IK, like inverse kinematics, is the logic that lets you keep your hands attached to guns.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's been a lot of really funny bugs around that. There's one that's actually still in the game where if you shoot in a certain way that I won't say, the gun ends up doing like a 720 in your arms.
Wait, so it's
And so, yeah, it literally rotates like 720 in your arms, and it's kind of a byproduct of the inverse kinematic system. And so I think just some of the bugs that happened with IK were just absolutely hilarious.
oh, okay. So, yeah, so I didn't see that at all through my playthrough, so
No, yeah, you
it's
won't see it unless you look for it.
oh,
It's
okay.
hard to
Wow. Yeah.
do.
Honestly, yeah, I didn't notice it, so that's pretty good. We're gonna move on to question four. What's the biggest challenge you faced making this game? Is it the movement?
No, for me, it's for sure level design.
Oh, level
I
design.
think,
Okay.
yeah, because I'm a programmer, like, by trade, that's what I do. And so programming I can do. When it comes to level design, I found it super tricky to create environments that are exciting to the player, but also, easy to navigate, clear where you need to go. And I ended up having to build a lot of tooling for myself. So I got to the point where, I wanted to place like 3,000 rocks. Like on the map that you're playing on, there's like 4,000 mushrooms on that map. There's thousands of rocks. There's thousands of smaller rocks, a lot of trees. And so it was super challenging to figure out like how to do that at scale. And so I ended up building this procedural generation pipeline where I can generate this base version of the map first with thousands of objects placed on the map, and then I can go in and do the handcrafting, um, to kind of tailor each of the sections of the map to be handcrafted and unique. But yeah, level design for me has just been super tricky, and I feel like it's probably my weakest point. Like, still, I'm just not happy with like, a lot of the slopes in the game feel too angled, and just making each of the shrine locations feel unique, and the boss fight area feel unique is something that is just super hard. And that's actually like what I'm mostly focused on right now, is doing really nice level design.
Well, that's good. I'm definitely like looking forward to seeing like that different variations. I know like when I first landed there and my immediate thought was like the texture of the ground. It's so unique. It's almost like I landed here like a meteor landed here. So I did enjoy like kind of like just spawning in and like looking at our in the environment. That's part of the
Yeah,
immersion too for
yeah, that's
that.
this bioluminescent color that I'm going for, and hopefully in the future there's like a stage that has like kind of a crystal theme and more of that kind of psychedelic bioluminescent aesthetic.
Yeah. Okay. So the next question would be, what's something players have done in your game that has completely surprised you?
So I think, there's the stuff that I was expecting, which was people trying to exploit, like standing on rocks and trying
Okay.
to get into places where they can't get shot. That wasn't as surprising because I expected people would do it, and I had to build stuff for it. So like, I had to make the enemies able to climb rocks, which is still,
Oh, that'd
you
probably be
know,
challenging. Sorry, I didn't mean to
it's
interrupt
super
you.
it's super challenging, and it doesn't completely solve the problem because you can always find a corner that people can't get to you. And so then I have to do things like, put aerial pressure on the player and other strategies to make it so they can't exploit. But I think that was, I kind of expected people would do that, so I wasn't too surprised. I think what's been fun and surprising was the different builds that people go for. So I had a friend that did like a spell cooldown build, and he was able to get to, I think it was like 0.5 second like spell cooldown on the build he had, and he was just constantly firing off fireballs, and that was super cool. He basically didn't even need his weapon, and I never thought that someone would do something like that. And it kind of prompted me to nerf spell cooldown a bit
That's
because it was too crazy.
hmm Yeah, that is crazy. Um, Now we get to the fun question here, the chaos question. So if you had, let's say you had unlimited money, unlimited time, and zero consequences for additions, what insane thing are you going to be adding to your game?
Yeah, I would really love some kind of like crafting system. So like I would love that like if while you're playing the game, there's materials that you can collect across the map and maybe like different enemies drop different types of material. So like from the bats you can like collect their wings and from the mushrooms you can like collect their caps. And then using those materials you can build or upgrade your weapons. So, like maybe to upgrade the wand, you need to collect bat wings to do a specific type of upgrade pathway for the wand. Things like that. I think like crafting mechanics would just be so awesome to add to the game.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's a really good answer. I like how creative you are when it comes to like the process. There's always like it feels like you're always looking ahead and just finding that next thing to like tweak and not getting too stuck up on certain things, but also making sure it's taken care of. And then you're kind
Yeah,
of like looking for like you're branching off into multiple different pathways on like um which areas of the game that could need improvement or like what new features you can add, like just that creative like element. I could definitely like see that.
yeah, totally. It's easy to kind of, look at the existing systems and be like, oh, I'm going to add a new item or I'm going to add a new enemy. But it's really challenging to be like, what net new, completely new system would work in this game? And that's where the execution came from. It was the most recent addition to the game. And I was just sort of looking at the game and I was like, I just want something brand new. I want something like just completely new in this game. And I want to continue doing that.
Yeah, that honestly that was really fun. Every time I've gotten an execution, it just always felt like I was so powerful, like I was just like on top of the world. It's literally
Yeah,
because you're like propelling yourself in the air as well. So,
yeah.
mhm. So yeah, then it comes to my next question here. What game was the game that inspired you to become a game developer?
Yeah, it's tricky. It's I guess like it was a combination of indie games and AAA games. Because my game has like, it's an FPS game and there isn't, there's a lot of indie FPS now, but I feel like when I was first starting this game, there was less of it. And so I was really inspired by AAA titles like Apex Legends, and like Marathon and games like that that just had like such nice movement and gunplay. And sort of like asking myself, like, what would it take to build something like this? Is it even feasible as an indie developer or as a solo developer, which is, really challenging to build a system where you have, like real inverse kinematics and like real FPS gunplay with nice movement. So I would say it was games like Apex Legends. That made me wonder, like, can I build something like this? Because I've been programming for a long time before game development. And so, those games made me wonder, like, is this feasible for one person to build uh, a game that, has some elements of the gunplay that they have? I mean, obviously, my game is not a AAA title and it's not going to, have the same quality as these AAA games, but can I capture some of that essence in the game that I'm building? Um, and then I also love the infinite progression of like other roguelikes. So Risk of Rain 2 and Megabonk. These games I just love how, they're PvE, you can play them with your friends and they have infinite progression. I think Gatekeeper is another shout out. Love that game. It's very similar to Risk of Rain.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's definitely like it's interesting to see like the just the inspiration what leads to like the game like the development of the game and just like using those elements to create
Yeah.
something like this is to me like Blightfall is a hidden gem. I really enjoyed it. So
Yeah, I think like
yeah.
one thing that's interesting is like there was never really a plan to make Blightfall. Like when I started the game, it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna make Blightfall. It was like, can I figure out how to make a nice gun to shoot? Can I
Yeah.
make like cool gun mechanics? And then I was like, well, it'd be nice if there was like an enemy to shoot. And then it just kind of just kept building on that base. And yeah, here we are.
And just to reemphasize, this is your first game, right? Ever made?
Yeah, I mean, so, I've been programming for over a decade and I started when I started programming, one of the first things I built was a chess engine. So I've been building like, I made games like Snake and Atari style games,
Mhm.
a chess engine, like games like that. And then I only tried out Unity for the first time, maybe about like 2 years ago. Made like a 2D game that, I didn't publish anywhere. It was just for fun. And then I said, let's make something like more serious. But yeah, this is like the first game I'll ever release to the public. But
Wow.
I've had an interest in building games for over a decade.
Wow. Wow. Well, all I gotta say is just what a hell of a start for sure for this one for sure. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, let's get on to our next question here. This is what's one thing that about being an indie developer that you wish more people understood, especially as a solo dev?
Yeah, I think sometimes it feels like you're kind of screaming into the void, like in a lot of ways. So, you're like working on this stuff for thousands of hours on your own, and uh, no one's playing your game, and it's like hard to imagine that there's a world where people will play your game, and then you go to try and show your game to people, and you're kind of met with the world of marketing. And as a programmer, as a gamer, marketing to me is like, it's like the least attractive thing that I could be doing. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy having to reach out to people and ask them to showcase or play the game. And I think I was kind of surprised at how challenging that part of it was. I thought, I'll just make a really nice game and then people will play it. And then I, made a game and I realized that, hey, there's like a huge amount of work to do here to like get the word out that this game even exists. And so, yeah, I think, yeah, maybe people who are aspiring to be indie developers, can understand that it's challenging to build the game, but it's also challenging to market the game and get the game out and get people to play it. But I did kind of believe that like if the game is fun, then people will play it, and I'm not going to spend a ton of money marketing the game. Like I'll put the game out, and if it's good, then people will play it, and that's kind of what made me put the demo out. I said, I'm not going to wait for some magic number of wish lists to put the demo out. I'm just going to put the demo out and people will play it. And if people like it, then it's a good game. And if they don't play it, then, maybe I'll try something else.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's just better to I think it's better definitely like kind of like show your cards and I think people will come, but I do like what you said in your answer that the market. I think that's a lot of there's like a lot of dread revolving around
Yeah.
that. And that's why
Yeah.
I enjoy doing like these indie Saturdays. I enjoy picking out indie games to review, to analyze, and give them a chance to be shown because they totally deserve it for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that was so cool. Like when you reached out to me, like for context, a lot of people, they'll reach out to me and they'll say, hey, it's $2,000 for me to make a YouTube short of your game. And I'm like, dude, this is like,
Two
there's
thousand dollars?
yeah,
What
$2,000 to
the
make
hell?
Guess now I should get back to giving up on my dreams.
to make a like 30-second short of your game, and I'm like, dude, there's no way I'm doing that. Like,
Uh,
like that's just not an option that I'm considering. And then, I had you reach out and you just wanted to cover the game because it was cool. And that was
yeah.
like the most awesome thing for me. And I think what I've sort of felt from this marketing stuff is that like I value the organic content so much more than going and like paying people to showcase the game. Like if
Mm-hmm.
people want to showcase the game and I can post my own content and people will engage, and I really like the organic growth the most out of the marketing process is like seeing people just genuinely want to try the game.
Yeah. Screw that noise. I'll do it for free. So I got two more questions for you here. So the next one is what do you think um makes your game stand out from other games in its genre?
Yeah, I think a big focus of mine has been on like game juice, which is really hard to quantify and measure, but it's all the little things that happen. So like when you get a kill, the slight chromatic aberration in the corner of your screen, combined with the FOV pulse, combined with the UI elements that are happening, and the dissolve shader that's on the enemy, and just all of those tiny little elements that stack together and just make something feel satisfying. Same with the execution, like, the way you pull out the blade and the sound it makes in that moment, and the FOV pulse, and all of those different like hit stop layers that stack together. I think, a lot of games have that, and I took inspiration from what people were doing. But I think my game has, yeah, a little bit of that juice element that other titles do as well.
Yeah, and I can definitely see it. It stands out for me, especially playing different like first person shooters, indie like FPSs. So this one definitely stood out to me. So I'm glad I had the chance to like get to interview, and not only interview but also play the game alongside you. Now that's just a unique experience in general for Indie Saturdays.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah, totally. It's awesome to have you reach out and get a chance to play it with you.
All right, and then now I just got my final question here. So when someone finishes your game, what do you hope they will remember?
Yeah, I hope they remember that the season reset is coming, and even if they're at the top of the leaderboard or at the bottom, there's a wipe coming, and I hope you come back and you try and get your name at the top, and maybe you'll hold that spot for 10 minutes, or maybe you'll hold that spot till the end of the season. But I think the game doesn't end; it's an infinite progression game, and so come back every season and check out the updates and see what the meta is like and get your name at the top.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, yeah, thanks for all the time that you gave me for sure to make this episode happen. The interview and playing alongside with me, it was just a unique experience that I'll never forget for me and my channel. So Um,
Yeah,
yeah, and just like Indie Saturdays for the books. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Everybody in the comments or like whoever's checking this out, feel free to check out the game. I have it linked up in the description, and then also to check out the game dev as well to see so that you can get added to your wish list if you want it, or if you want to try it out for yourselves.
thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate you showcasing the games and kind of being a voice for the indie community. Yeah, there's a lot of people trying to sell shovels in the gold rush, and you're kind of doing all this showcasing for the good of the community, and I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Cool.
All right, well, that's it. Vigo signing off.